Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and in a turn of events that should surprise no one, high art has now turned to hilarity with Hillary Clinton reading some of those leaked emails. They want to say hacked emails. Let's be honest. They weren't hacked by the Russias. In fact, I'm surprised there's not like a Putin statue, like looking at her like this, right? No, instead they're celebrating her as though she won the election and sitting her in front of the Oval Office, got the little rug and the desk, so she can read some of these emails because they were harmless. Do you see how ridiculous this is on its face? Do you see how hilarious this must be for a career criminal that did absolutely no kind of jail time for all the crimes her and her cronies committed? You know, forget about just the secret server. How about what was revealed in those emails? People like Tony Podesta, they're walking around today. John Podesta, they're walking around today. Even Denny Hassert, there weren't any emails from him, but they talked a little about Denny, didn't they, huh? Forget about all the coded words and the things they led to. There was plenty of corruption with Russia, by the way. Interesting stuff. So now, Hillary Clinton is sitting in front of the Oval Office and basically, I mean, laughing in everyone's face in an art exhibit in Venice, Italy. Okay? Because the Europeans will celebrate this nonsense, right? They're not too involved in the corruption of American politics. Now, before I read this, though, I do want to talk to some people here. People have to realize that, for instance, with that Anthony Weiner laptop that everybody wants to talk about in the supposed Huma Abedin video, let's go to a place called reality. Now, we know there were things on that laptop from the IG report. We also know the government covers things up. That's absolutely true. Okay? However, when I hear distortions out there that, police that were coming forward about this have now committed suicide, et cetera, et cetera. Look, we don't know which police said what because there was no press conference. There was a threat of a press conference in the Gateway Pundit from an anonymous police source. All right, and as far as I know, nobody but the Gateway Pundit knows who that police source was. And remember, when they did nothing with this information, guess what didn't happen? This police officer did not hold a press conference. So I know the quote is out there that it made people sick, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not saying that there isn't things on that laptop that would have put all these people in prison. But we have to be reality-based. Reality-based. Yeah. For instance, let's talk a little bit more about that laptop, right? For instance, we know that Anthony Weiner was producing pornography on it, right? Now, here's the thing. We have a limited knowledge set on that, so it could have been as simple as he was procuring victims, because remember, that Skype case was totally different, right? And they did protect all of Huma and Hillary's personal emails on that laptop after the fact. Absolutely said they were inadmissible. It's all true. All true. If they were CC'd to them, they were not able to be looked at. We do know that, he could have just been procuring young victims via Skype, or I think Kik was mentioned, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and then just hitting the record or screenshot button. You don't think a pervert like that's doing that? And that would be producing that type of CP. Port Film Co-op, HRC Spirit Cooking 2, wish I was here. Yeah, no, the Spirit Cooking emails are absolutely creepy, though. They're involved with the Podestas and hoping that I think it's to Tony Podesta, and hoping that John's going to make it. And of course, that is an art piece with Marina Abramovic, menstrual blood, semen, and some really weird ritualistic behavior, as well as some urine there. I think that's mixed in. Isn't that nice? That's a gravy train with biscuit wheels to be connected to the Clintons. So I just want to put that out there, because what we do here is tell you the truth. We don't sensationalize things. We don't hype things up. In fact, when I was with We Are Change, I went to certain segments of that IG report so I could give you the entire timeline of the NYPD being upset that forensics from FBI was not there and looking at those issues. All right? So, let's look at some of the, before we read this article. Oh, she tweeted it out. That Hillary, I mean, she can't run for president because she can't win an election because nobody wants her. But you know what? Let's put her in front of the Oval Office and let's make a mockery out of all of her crimes. That's hilarious, right? And there she goes. Oh, I remember this one. You remember this one, John? Oh. So people are coming over, they're reading them with her. It's all smiles. It's all smiles. It is really sad. I don't know who this guy is. I just, they're so boring. I mean, yeah, you'd think that this was like The Onion, guys. It's not The Onion. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. So let's read through a little bit of it. Hillary sat at a replica of the Oval Office desk reading her own leaked emails as part of a modern art installation this week. Just when you thought modern art couldn't get any worse, here we go. Proof that art can never quite imitate art. Or for her supporters, the tragedy is repeated as farce. This is just so ridiculous. The 2016 loser mocked her email scandal by unexpectedly volunteering to take part in artist Kenneth Goldsmith's Hillary, the Hillary Clinton emails at the Venice Biennale. I probably butchered that last part. Clinton had traveled to Italy to visit the Biennale, one of the world's biggest art shows, when she asked to take part in the email installation. So, in other words, that's a lie. I'm sure this was all set up before she got to Italy, 100%. But you know what? These people can't help but lie. If you think that, I'll do it on a whim, that's not how life works. It's a PR stunt. This is a big FU to those that tried to take her down. This is a mockery. That's what this is. She's laughing her ass off. But it is sad. It's really, really sad. I wonder what Slick Willie thinks about this one. I'm just glad she's getting out there, because we're not going to all live forever. And now that she's, kind of imitating her hero, Marina Abramovich, hopefully we can get to the goat sacrifices soon at an art show. That's all, Billy out. I know it was a really terrible impersonation, but we went for it. She sat behind the replica Resolute desk for an hour, flicking through the bound sets of her emails, which had been sent to and from her secret server, she said. They are just so boring. The emails were from the 60,000 pages. In an hour you can go through the really juicy stuff of those 60,000 pages that included some corruption, by the way. Pages of documents, of which were published by a combination of WikiLeaks and the State Department, revealing 30,000 of the emails on her server, and not from the 30,000 deleted emails, which were notoriously erased with bleach bit. I wonder if she's going to read that Moloch, if she's going to sacrifice that chicken to Moloch in the backyard. I doubt she read that one. Maybe she did. Maybe that was part of the mockery. You never know. This was such a joke, guys. Later, she mocked on Twitter and Instagram, found my emails at the Venice Biennale. Someone alert the House GOP. Further, buying into this left-right facade. Now, this is a deep state bitch. This is the permanent state. With her little foundations and her husband and the criminal cartel they've built around themselves. They're not high up. They're still capos. They're not the dons. Ain't no doubt about that. You look at that Epstein relationship. Epstein had the cheese. You can't be Epstein with a super large painting of Bill Clinton in a dress going like this without having control of the guy or being higher up mocking him. Just my opinion. Guys, that's going to be it for this video, but we're doing 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 videos a day. I'm going to go do a walk and talk with the dog. She's all over me. She wants to get out to the park, so that's probably coming up next. We'll cover a plethora of issues during that walk and talk, including the current silence of the mainstream media regarding the press conference held at the National Press Club on 9/11. If you want to see my video on that, did that late night. The joke that was the presidential Democratic debates last night. The fact that Trump is also now saying there's no way Israel spies on us when the documented evidence is overwhelming. What are you talking about? Me and Ben. We're like a gravy train with biscuit wheels together. I know I've said that twice in the video. I've got to stop. And guys, I am doing this with your help. That's how we're doing it. No Patreon, no Subscribe Star. Got about 5-6 more days that I'm going to be running this one and then getting into the next month. So any kind of donation really does help. $5, $10, $15 means the world to me, and I appreciate all you guys. With that being said, I will see you on the flip side.